You know, my friend Sean stayed with his cousin. Yesterday he came late to the class and the teacher scolded him a lot. John said his cousin brother made him finish their chore because they let him leave for school. He said they always trouble him and make him do another hours. Oh no, he must feel very bad. John is a very nice boy. He doesn't disobey anyone. He's very nice to his cousin brother despite the way they treat him. That's very nice of him. We should always forgive people for their mistakes. Have you heard the story of Cinderella? Once upon a time, there lived a young girl called Cinderella. Cinderella's mother had died, and so her father had married another woman who had two daughters. One day, Cinderella's father went to work and never returned. Cinderella was left at the mercy of her stepmother and two stepsisters, who made her do all the work of the house. Cinderella is morning already. Where are breakfast? Just a moment, stepmother. I'm just bringing it out. As soon as her has left the breakfast, stepmom and stepsister start eating it. Cinderella served her own plate too and were about to eat when her stepsister fastened her own plate away. Yuck, I hate it. Yes, now that your moment is. It really is horrible. Mother, do something. Cinderella, are you trying to kill us? What kind of food is this? But stepmother, I have made it the way I always make it. How dare you argue with me? Go and make new breakfast for us. Don't you dare to anything else till we had our breakfast. And this is what went on in their house every day. The stepmom and stepsister troubled Cinderella without any reason, but she loved them still and never ever complained. One day, an announcement was made in the village. Let everybody know. There will be a royal ball at the play tomorrow night, and the king's son Prince Charming will marry a man among the court. Everybody from the village is invited. The whole village is excited. Even Cinderella's stepmom and her stepsister couldn't stop talking about it in the house. And that is how the found about the ball. The royal ball, Prince Charming. The whole village is invited. I will finish my work with King so we can all go together. Well, it's be just wonderful. You? Who said anything about you again? You will stay here and boys, you stood still. Can you see your face in them? And so with a hairy hurt Cinderella saw her stepmom and her sister dressed up and leave for the royal ball the next day. When the head left, she cried bitterly. Suddenly, her room lit up, and Cinderella saw the most beautiful fairies she could imagine. She held her hand, a delicate one. Who are you? Get up, chill. I'm your fairy godmother. I'm here to get you to the royal ball. Really? I never knew I had a fairy godmother. But how will I get to the ball? I don't have anything to wear. You don't worry about that, my child. And so, in just a few minutes, Cinderella was ready for the royal ball. At the tank, her fairy godmother and got aboard the chariot. She received a word of caution from the fairy godmother. Remember to the back home at trail, otherwise the spell will wear off. So Cinderella arrived at the palace. As she entered the great ballroom, everyone turned to look what this beautiful maiden was. Nobody could recognize her, not even her own stepmom and stepsister. Prince Charming walked to her. May I have a feast then with you? Yes, your highness. And so Cinderella and Prince Charming then threw out the earring till Cinderella had the clock ticking. Fairy godmother, word came back to her. She needed to get out of stairs before the clock struck 12. Without saying a word, she tore away from the prince, grabbed and ran out of the palace. The prince ran after her. Wait, wait! What's wrong? Why are you running? I don't even know your name. But Cinderella dared not wait or even look back. Her beautiful curls were already turning into red again. Her hair were coming loose from the perfect bun that fairy godmother and had made for her. She didn't even stop when one of the glass slippers came off her foot and fell in the palace driver away. She ran out of the palace and vanished into the rankness of her path that led to her home. One home she went back to polishing the shoe that he had been given to her and decided never speak to anyone about the ball. A few days later, two men from the palace showed up in their door. The lady that Prince Charming fell in love with left behind the glass slipper at the royal ball. He believed that such a beautiful slipper could fit only his beloved, and so he asking other girl to try this slipper. The one whom he fits would be the one he will marry. If you have any girl in the house, please ask them to try this slipper. Oh, yes, yes, I'm sure it was my daughter. The slipper would fit one of them. As both of the sisters tried to fit in the slipper one by one, the buster and buster, but couldn't get their foot in. Look like it wasn't your daughter after all. Is there any young lady in the house? No, there isn't. You can't leave. As Kingman were ready to kneel, suddenly the door of the house was thrown open. The prince himself stood there. Who is this beautiful girl in the upstairs window? Madam, you have denied to us. I demand that girl be called forth and try the slipper. Yes, yes, but she only a servant girl. Nevertheless, Cinderella come down here at once. Yes, stepmother. The moment Prince Charming saw her, he knew had now found his beloved. He took the slipper for the kingman and slipped in on her foot himself. The slipper fit perfectly in her moment. Cinderella was once again transformed into the beautiful maiden from the night of ball. Prince Charming to the bed with him. He ordered that her stepmom and stepsister be banished for life. The kingman and teaching her severely and roughly. But being the kitten hurt was that she was Cinderella asked to be forgiven. The prince fell with her even more for her generosity and the lived happy ever after. Wow, dear, how wonderful it is to forgive people. Thank you for telling me the story. I will tell it to John too. I'm sure he will like it. Okay, shall we go home now? I think it's getting late.